Hello and welcome to PlayStation Racer. My name is Mitchell Morgan and today we're heading over for another World Circuit race. We're heading back to the Americas and we're going to be heading off to Daytona, where we're going to be doing the last of the races. This is a new one in the update 1.4 and this is the GT Cup GR.3. I am going to be using the Corvette C90 for a change. Very often I use different cars, but I've just fancied this one for a change here. I've got the racing hard tyres on. The detailed settings, we've got the suspension is standard, the differential is standard, aerodynamic standard, the ECU is 100, the ballast is 0, the power restrictor is 100, my transmission is normal, no nitrous on this one, no turbocharger or anything. I've got the air cleaner is none, the silencer is simply set to racing. I've got the racing slotted discs and otherwise everything is all pretty standard on this car. So let's just come out of here, we'll go into the race and we'll see how we do. So this is the GT Cup GR3, the Daytona Tri-Oval, number of laps 7. Let's get going. Okay, so we're on power level 1, brake balance is central. I've got traction control is off. I'm going to put the radar on and all I want to do is stay in the slipstream of the car in front, and ideally I want to try and stay low, so I'm keeping an eye on the car behind in the radar. And now all I want to do is just get on the back of this pack. I don't really want to be too tempted to go high overtaking these, otherwise you can get caught up the top when you really want to be at the bottom. So I'm just going to come underneath the Jaguar right now, hopefully picking up a slipstream off of the BMW up front. Jaguar then just came through again, so we'll tuck in behind him. Just stay with the Jaguar at the moment. The BMW M6 on the outside is pretty quick. Again, I'm going to go low just to see if we can get up the inside of the Jaguar. Still not quite happening just yet. Oh, big bunch up there. It's that white BMW that I want to try and get on the back of. So just go around the Jaguar now. Just picking up a slipstream. I've still got the Jaguar on the inside. I'm going to have to go high. I've got no real choice. That means I'm going to get boxed in a little bit. This is where you've got to be careful you don't get turned around. Okay, now I can settle in behind the Genesis, hopefully. That's the car I wanted to get behind. A little nudge to push him forward a little bit. Bump drafting is reasonably okay, but you've got to be careful with it on the corners. So I'm just trying to stay with him at the moment. Coming round onto the big straight, go between these two. Okay, I've got a bit of a run on the WRX. I don't really want to hit the front right now, but I'm going to. So now I just want to watch what's going on behind. So I'm going to come watch the radar now, come down low onto the yellow lines here. You'll notice that the cars behind are now catching because they're now drafting me or slipstreaming me. So we've just got to keep an eye on where they are. I'm not going to worry if the WRX comes around, so I'm watching the radar all the time for where that WRX is. Just seeing if he comes around. He's got a few cars behind him. Ideally, I don't want to lose too many places. But at this stage, I either want to stay out front or I really want to drop into second or get a bit of a gap. So at the moment, looks like the WRX has dropped back a little bit. Oh, we got a nudge on the back from somebody. Just felt the steering wheel twitch then. Just watching the radar. AI getting a little bit close. It's the Jaguar back with us. So 5 of 7. 5 and 7. Now the problem is that these guys behind are well placed to jump us on the last corner under a slipstream. So we're going to have to box clever, either bring this home or just let this one come up the inside of us. A little bit of a nudge on the back bumper as well. I've got one on the outside and one on the inside. Oh, I'm being pushed low again. Ideally, I really want to let the car underneath me through, being nudged by the one that was high. I'm just going to lift ever so slightly and back on the accelerator to let him through, then back down. Let's get him behind the Jaguar. And this time I want to stay right on his tail. I want to stay right with him. I do not want to go by him just yet. Just keep with him, keep with him, keep with him. Oh, he's moving around all over the place. The AI does not like being bump drafted at all. Bump drafting is to try and for the two of us to work together to move forwards. So we're now coming across the line to start the last lap. He jinks out again. Let's just try and tuck in behind. We've got a bit of a run. It's a bit of an early break. I didn't really want to go that early. I would have preferred to have done it at the end of this straight. So we've got the Supra right behind. So just keeping an eye on the Supra, keeping my foot in. We're going to have to stay right low on the apron now, right on this yellow line. See if we can bring this home. So what you want to do is slipstream until the very end of the race, and then when you're ready, make your break, slingshot around the car that you're slipstreaming to bring it home for a win. But we've managed to do that. That's how I got first at Daytona for the GT Cup and the GR.3 car in the Corvette for a change. The Corvette C7 for a change. It's all very, very, very close. It's all about slipstreaming that one. But we did get the gold trophy, 56,000 credits. Didn't get a clean race bonus because obviously there's a bit of bumping going on. But that's the nature of that one. You need to slipstream and bump draft. So the main thing here when we start off is just to get up through the gears, get on the back of the car in front, and then ideally try and stay low. You saw a couple of times there I had to change my tactics. I had to go high at one point, and then as soon as I went high, tried to get back down off the wall, back onto the yellow line, and then just try and hold that yellow line, keeping an eye on the cars behind, making sure that you either keep them behind or you let them through and then pick up the slipstream and use the additional speed. That's what this one is really all about. There's no skill involved other than slipstreaming and knowing when to make your moves. So you see here I'm just slipstreaming on the Jaguar in front at the moment. Quite a few cars up ahead, but not worrying at this point. Took a little bit of a dive to the bottom, trying to pick up a slipstream from the BMW in front, the Z4. Didn't quite come off, so we just tucked in behind the Jaguar. Possible opportunity to go around the outside now using the slipstream off of the BMW M6. But again, trying to keep it as low as possible on the bottom of the apron to try and bring this one home. This is where I ended up going a little bit high. You can see how busy it is. And then I needed to very quickly get low. So I knew the Genesis was pretty quick, so I tried to get on the back of the Genesis. Just use a tiny little bit of slipstream off of the Z4, then onto the back of the Genesis, which managed to leapfrog me around. And from then on, it was a case of just trying to stay with the leaders and get to the front of the pack onto that WRX. Noting that that Supra was running pretty quick as well. So anyway, that was how I did this one. I hope that you found this video useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new around here, please hit the subscribe button to support my channel. It would be greatly appreciated. And if you are a current subscriber, back for more, thank you ever so much for supporting the channel. And I look forward to seeing you on another video coming very, very soon. For now, take care. Bye-bye.